This week on our video, we're going to take a look at a private collection. In the series of railway signalling videos that we make, we like to sometimes step outside of the normal videos of looking at signalling installations and we look at the private collections, the collectors themselves, how they came to be, where their interests are and the items that they've actually saved. After all, every item tells a story. So for this video, we're off down to the beautiful town of Windsor in Berkshire. We're going to have a look at Frederick's collection. If you arrive here, by the way, by train and you go to the central station, you may notice this locomotive sat there on display. Just for information, this is actually fake. It's not a real locomotive at all. It's actually a prop, but it's very well done. Anyway, enough of that. Back to Frederick's collection. Where did you get Dolphinton Junction from?
I think I get half and half. I get my stuff from auctions and eBay, with one or two surprisingly from antique shops. Pretty certain it did.
You mentioned there's an error on the diagram.
Yeah, because it's called Dolphinton Junction, but the link to Dolphinton Junction had disappeared by the time that diagram was built. As you can, I don't know if you can see by filming it, but the line actually ran off from here down in that direction. So looking at the map there, you can see that Dolphinton had two stations in the middle there, and that branch out there would have been this one here. So that box shouldn't have been titled Dolphinton Junction, and later on it wasn't. It was subsequently renamed to Carstairs East.
Ah, right, yes. Actually, you see it working through to Carstairs number 3 there, and Carstairs number 2,
Yeah.
2 up there. Do you know what the distance was between Dolphinton and Carstairs?
No, I'm guessing about 10 or 12 miles.
I say, it seems very strange, doesn't it? Just the two separate Carstairs boxes off.
Carstairs, I think, obviously was quite busy up to the left there, on behind, and I fitted new bulbs to that one. And one of these days I'm going to get it working with something like a Raspberry Pi or an Arduino to drive the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is West Holmes, which I acquired directly from the signalman when the box closed. Other than that, I don't know a great deal about it. It's a very nice diagram, though, really good. It's another one that I've got all the wiring at the back, and that was a long-term project to rewire the whole thing and again drive it with a microcomputer. I've got some nice photographs of what it was in those days. And a very nice diagram, yeah, my favourite. God, I wish I could remember how I got that thing home. You always do, don't you? You buy something, and women always say, how are you going to get it, or where are you going to put it? And I always say, well, we get it first and we worry about it later.
Yeah, very large car. So this is the Lincolnshire area?
Yes, it is. It's actually just on the outskirts of Lincoln, I think. Doesn't it say? Well, it's the Newark there.
That's Newark Upland.
Gainsborough there, and where's the one on the very end there?
Lincoln itself.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. And presumably there was an East Holmes as well as a West Holmes.
Yes. I'm just trying to work out because it's not coloured in the I read the signal box whether it was shut at night. And of course an avoiding junction as well, pie wipe curve.
Squash.
Oh, blimey.
Right.
So where to start?
Where to start? Wherever you like, really.
When did you first start your collection?
I would think, well, I've been here nearly 20 years, so we're probably looking about 22 years ago. And we were living in Gerrards Cross then, and the collection was in my office in our house. And I started by collecting bells, really, block bells like that. Which in those days in Collector's Corner, 20 quid I think,
yes,
for one of those. And a block instrument, like something like some of these. About 50 quid in those days.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the start really, built it up. But when we moved from Gerrards Cross to here, this was my daughter's bedroom. But then she very kindly moved out with a little bit of
A push.
and that left this room available. I just collected at random really. Just things that caught my eye, as I say quite often on I used to love going to the real auctions before they became internet. You just, because they probably these days have about 1,000 items, 1,000 lots in each auction, but it's all online.
Yes.
But when it was real, you had all the atmosphere and all the weird people who came along to.
So what's the kind of the first the first item or the oldest item that you've got in here?
You mean oldest in terms of when I bought it, or oldest in terms of how old it is?
Or both?
Well, these are probably 1920s. These are train describers from Southern Region.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if, do you know much about these?
Only a little bit.
There are two types, a transmitter, which has got the buttons,
Yes.
and a receiver, which has got the lights. So obviously you'd have a transmitter in one box, and down the road you'd have the receiver. So the signalman here would know where the next train is going. So he would press the button here, which would light up a light in the first column on the receiver.
First received. Yes.
Now, it then goes on. The guy here would know where the second one was going as well. So he would press another button. That would light up a light in the second column in here. He would know where the third one was going. You press a button, that would light up a column in the third column. Now this is where it gets interesting. He knows where the fourth one's going. He presses a button. There's no more columns. A fourth one goes into this box down here, which has got no lights on it, and it's actually just full of relays.
So
The fourth one will be stored in there.
Right.
Okay, the trains come, so the first train comes back. This one in here gets cleared. The one in the second moves to the first. One in the third moves to the second. The one on the top of here gets moved into the third.
That's clever.
Yeah, it was all pretty good considering we're looking at about 1920. No computers, all pre-computers.
So, let's have a look at this. Where's this one actually from?
It would be one of the stations heading through Kent from somewhere like Cannon Street or London Bridge, somewhere like that.
So an SGE.
I think they were only, that particular tab was only ever used in Southern Region, I believe.
We'll be able to work it out off the descriptions.
Yes, yes. Those two came from an antique shop.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Another SGE unit. So that's not from the same pair, that's from somewhere else.
It's from the same system.
Same system.
It's the same system, yeah.
That's an SGE unit as well. Up main to Margate. And there's another one.
Yes, I do like them, I have to say. I find it.
Oh, and another one.
So you're right.
So they were fair.
And of course there are these ones, these are smaller versions of them as well.
Oh, blimey.
I'm a bit drawn to those.
I'm going to say yes. And of course, I've just noticed keys in the locks, luckily.
Yeah.
May I take one out?
Yeah.
See if it'll come out. So the linesman's key. I'm actually amazed. There's lots of keys. All your units have got a key.
Yeah. Well, I was quite lucky. I've actually got a key for that. I forgot what they're called now. You know what?
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's one of these.
Yes.
So I've actually got a key for that one. It's very hard to find them with the keys.
And the slight differences in the keys as well, I noticed.
Yeah, and also the keys themselves are quite often worth more than the instrument
unit
itself, depending on where they're from. But that one's a blank one, so I don't know whether it's a master key of some sort.
Might well be. I was at the Great Central Railway Honour auctions once, and I managed to get a unit for a £5.
Oh, really?
It was down as 80 quid.
Yeah.
But part of it was missing, and the guy had gone for lunch and he didn't come back. So the guy said, well, you can have it for £5. Thank you very much.
I just bought this one.
Oh,
another one. I've got no key for that one.
Yes, they are lovely.
They are very nice.
So, apart from the amazing collection of describers,
well, we've got the usual collection of bells there. As you can see, there are bells all over the place.
Various ones.
And there are... Give it a bit of a dust, some of this, couldn't it?
Next train to Waterloo indicator. Ah, a winder.
Oh, you can tell me what that is in that case.
I'm thinking a generator, a small generator unit. Ironically, it may. It depends if it's... Yes, it's got the generator inside. It's a magneto generator.
What was it used for?
Well, now this is the question. If I gently take it out...
Yeah, do.
Right. Some of them were used for generating current for blocks and bells. Some of them were used for telephones.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
someone would very likely know the ins and outs of that, and I could find you those details out. But quick few winds, 40, 50, 60 volts, 80 volts, depends what its output is. More bells
Yeah.
of various different companies.
Yes. Yeah, I've got no particular preference for any particular company.
Got some lovely different. I do like that one. All the different sounds.
What's the thing in the middle?
That there is a relay that is used in it's a couple of circuits, but basically it's a timer.
Oh, right.
Block circuits, signalling block circuits. So with your block instruments, it'll be in that as well. This acts as a little bit of an air, because it's glass. If you put it in a damp area, it'll get moisture, which will cause damage to components. So this acts as a breather on the top, and also a seal. But variably, what you have two relays inside.
Yeah.
So one will be the A relay, one will be the B relay. When you start a timing sequence, you break the timer, go through a timing sequence and repick it. The problem is if the timer sticks, say the relay fails after it's last timed. So you don't want it to already be there and not timing. So you have to, it's called hot and cold proving. So we'll prove that it's timed. So we've energized the timing element, made it go hot, but then we'll prove it's gone cold and reset itself again. So if it's a 3-minute timer, it might be a minute and a half to make the contact and a minute and a half to return. This doesn't have a thermal element in it to bend, like a bimetallic strip, like a kettle. It has a small indexing pulse inside, which is this unit. In fact, it might even be an indexing pulse unit. So those two relays might just flip-flop to pulse around.
What are they actually driving?
They can do various things. Some of them, on the telephone side, they were used to work gents clocks.
Oh, really? What, master clocks?
Master clocks, gents clocks, loads of things around stations. Yeah. Also, flashing supplies, so flashing lights. On the signalling side, they were used for timers, block controls. It depends really where it's come from and what it was actually doing. And that is a question we probably will never know the answer to exactly. But the details of this, I'll probably have a drawing for this somewhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good.
It's just got to be done at the right speed. And it hits the trip, and it should return. Once it's hit that trip there, it will spin. Now starting to spin back, but I won't operate it. Pair of great rest and blocks. So, I mean, that is a fair collection of train describer related equipment there to start with.
Yes,
You've
I'd
got-
love to connect them up, connect up a transmitter to a receiver. And I might do, it's another long-term plan.
You've got a feather head in the corner.
I do, actually, I had two of those at one time. So I sold the other one. It's very heavy.
They are not light, you're quite right there. So the signs, Litherland sidings.
Yeah, do you know, at one time I had a list of where they were all from. One of these at least is either Litherland or Zealand. It's from Liverpool.
Ah, right.
Zealand. I don't know, obviously we know where Pontefract is. So
Yes.
That helps on that one.
Is that an L in the R sign?
From the colour I would say it was, yeah, the orange.
And then Meldon Junction.
Yeah. Down in Cornwall somewhere, is it?
Yes. So you've got it's a locking and detection chart. That's not the signal box plan, is it? That's an S&T diagram. Yeah, it's all one diagram. So that is a lot of information. How did you come by that one?
Okay, an auction, I think. Yeah, it just appealed to me when I saw the picture.
Yes. Looks like they've been doing a bit of work as well. That's been taken out. It's nice to see all this information actually. Yes, Meldon Junction, Meldon Quarry, yes. So Motspur Park.
Yeah, I used to have the adjacent one of that as well. I gave that away to somebody. Somewhere in the suburbs of South London.
South London. I'm going to say because I noticed Rains Park
Yes.
creeping in from the end there.
And I did have the adjacent one. But that's gone. Nice looking diagram now.
It is. And Lancing as well.
That was one of the first ones I acquired, that one. Yeah, that's a nice one as well.
Are these the original frames?
Yes. Yeah, I haven't reframed any of them. This lettering system, the WT for instance, and the CCD, I never did get to the end of it. Dozens of different theories as to how it's all worked out. So
Yes.
My full size lever frame.
That's your lever frame that you had.
Lever frame, yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Oh, eight.
Eight levers?
Yes. It's
But-
now in the engine house in Highley on the Severn Valley.
That's what I'll have a look at. Where did you buy that from?
I bought it again directly from a signalman who had it in a signal box in his shed in the back garden.
No way.
Yeah.
So miniature levers, and looking at certainly this one in a nice glass case. Possibly a retirement present. Do you know any of the history of it at all?
No, I don't. No. I have a feeling that one of those at least came from Collector's Corner though.
Ah, right.
Before it closed down. Or maybe the one in York. I did buy some stuff from there as well.
I remember when Deal Street closed, we recovered some of the levers, and for years we were turning them into retirement presents for folks.
Oh, right, okay.
S&T engineers are retired. That's a lovely case, that is. So check position and then fully over. I'll work out if that's a lamp repeater.
I don't know what that is. No.
So it's got a
bell on the top though.
yeah, it's got a tapper on it, maybe a reset or, and then it's got three position switch, 2 reds, 2 greens. Unless it's been used. I wonder if it's sounds daft. I wonder if is this another collector's corner?
No, that was the usual eBay or auction.
Right. I have a feeling it's been off someone's model railway.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, right.
I think it's possible it's a handmade block instrument.
I see.
I think that's your commutator.
Yeah.
Train online. 2 red lights. Normal, don't need any lights. And line clear, they're green. And then a block and a bell. Someone's made a block instrument, possibly. I'd love to. I'll try and find out a bit more. A little button there, trying to describe a clear reversible up from South Croydon.
Yep.
And then this one, a little one, is Towton Yard, Master's Office. A little switch there. So collar on one side, line blocked, but if you look very carefully on the other, you can just make it out. It says not in use. Little things hidden away everywhere. Do you know where you've got some of the badges from?
No.
It's a mixture of also, they're Midland ones. These are nice. I think these are.
They're nice. This one here was 11 foot long when I bought it at the auction in Newark.
Oh, blimey.
I had trouble getting that home.
Goes right
got
up.
a two-seater convertible. I had to bring it back from Newark with the top down.
Oh, wow.
Because it rained, didn't it? All the way down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 'cause that's the end bit there. That's the middle and a couple of more bits. I think the total was 11 foot.
Oh, wow.
And I used to know where it came from. But I can't remember now.
Tail lamp reminder.
Yeah.
Just notice you've got 2 sets of level crossing indicators. There's
I
one
do.
there.
Yes, I do. Just because I like the look of them, really.
Oh, nice. Still with cloth wrap cable. I must have taken some work to actually wrap that by hand as well.
I can imagine, yeah.
Whirlby sidings.
I used to know where that was. I've forgotten now.
Kirkdale West is Yorkshire.
I think so, yeah, pretty certain. And we all know where
Carnforth East, yes. Yes.
I think that these are photos of Carnforth East, I think.
Ah, yes. Yes, Carnforth East Junction, there's your sign. That's a fair collection. And of course, Model Railway.
Yes, and of course it's Hornby 003 rail from the 1950s, which I really love. I love the solid weight and feel to it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And it's bulletproof. I mean, with 70 years old, you can pick them up and drop them on the floor as many times as you like, and they won't get damaged in any way.
Interesting little one. Hand crossover, locked and free indicator.
That's up near High Wycombe, is it? And that area?
I'm not sure. The only one I'm aware of is down, is it Devon, Cornwall way? But
Oh, okay. Well, I might be wrong then.
is that an original little hand-drawn diagram for, or is it a, I'm just trying to think if it's a copy or not. I'll try behind the thing.
No, I can't do it.
It's all right. Have a close look. Yes, to Tenby. Yes.
Oh, it is. Where's that?
South Wales, Pembrokeshire.
Pembrokeshire, right? Okay. I don't know what I'm thinking. There's a Saunders something up near High Wycombe, so it's not there.
Little mystery object.
Yes.
Line blocked, train on line, the line clear, rotary.
Oh, definitely roll there.
It's got a number on it. And patent number. But it's mounted vertically. The case is well looked after, so it's been sat. Are there any screw holes in the back? There's no screw holes in the bottom, so it's actually been sat on whatever it is. Plunge handle does stop wonder if it, yes, there is. How's it? It's screwed in, unfortunately. There is a mechanism in there, spring-loaded mechanism. Yep, you can't go backwards. So where's the starting point? Starting point would presume would be there. So line clear would go round to. Line blocked, you can't go back. Ah, you can go back. With plunge. Lovely wooden, or is that possibly Bakelite actually? A nutty brown Bakelite. That is very interesting.
Well, if you find out what it is, then you know.
We'll ask. There's another diagram around the corner there.
It's Barnstable A, yeah. And something above it as well.
So Barnstable Junction A was part of the illuminated diagram.
Yes. Yeah, it's been cut, hasn't it?
And above it, North Eastern Railway Company plan of harbour at Tayport. I'm trying to think where Tayport is.
I don't know.
River Tay?
That would still be LNER, wouldn't it, up there? Yeah.
And then the door collection of lever
That
badges.
all came from one box, but I don't know which box. I do know it was one single box.
We'll find out.
It should be possible.
Anything that gives it away. That's a nice different one. It's slightly smaller as well.
That really puzzled me. Which one was it? I can't see it now.
Arrival line.
One that was really odd. No.
Cables.
No, I can't remember which one it was.
Outer and inner distance. Oh. The good yard.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the video, and as usual, if you've any comments on some of the mystery items seen in the film, please put them in the comments below and we'll pass them on. But we'd like to thank Frederick for showing us around his private collection and hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.